All right, guys, we're back. Ambry Lofts. Now I'm going to go over my breeder pairs and kind of like what do I look for when I want to pair birds up, stuff like this. I will make a comment. I misspoke. The loft is only 60 feet because it's 40 and then 20, not 80. I wish it was. So there's a correction there. My math wasn't on right. And then we're 80 miles east of Lexington. So just two little corrections, and hopefully over time I'll get better with these videos and stuff and won't make so many mistakes. So, but bear with me. I've got my notes so I can just give you a quick rundown on some of my pairs. Okay. Now this is what I like, and I'll kind of explain why I put this particular pair together or whatever. So I'm not going to pull them out. So I don't want to stress them out and all that and do the whole, single pin tail, the balance and all that. Just, I assure you they all are balanced, bright eyes, half are orange eyed, half are pearl eyed. Some have the white toenails, whatever. So those are different theories. Maybe I'll discuss those, in a week or so when I'm out on the road, truck driving and stuff, when I'm got a break. Maybe I'll just I'll give more detail. So anyway, here we go. So my very first pair is 801 and 26849. So 801 is a blue bar cock. Hey buddy, that's him right there. Anything with the orange band, that's going to be the cock, and then the other one will be the hen. So let me tell you a little bit about 801. 801 was flown in the club, not bred by me. I did purchase him 2 years ago. His average speed for all his races was 1304. He's like 97.4 percentile of all his races. And then he is bred to 26,849. Oh crap. Dropped my damn notes, guys. Sorry. Hey baby, it's all right. 26,849. Her overall average speed is 1406, 88%. She was flown in the black gold one loft race. Just acquired her this year. So we're going to put them two together. Okay. Pair 2 is 2039 and 2314. Now both of these birds were bred by me. Hey Nico. He's a little show off. Yep, his name is Nico. What's up, buddy? Yeah. He's part of my Labo long distance in Barcelona type bloodline. I flew him in from 2020 up until last year. Let's see, 2039. Now again, because he's long distance, he's got a slower speed of 869, and he was only 61.2% on an average. But he can't get lost. He can't get lost. He may be slow, but I could always count on him to come home. And I knew him, that solid white that I showed you, and 9056 Kalani that I showed you. When I shipped those three birds, especially at the 4 and the 5, I knew those three birds would be my first three birds home. Didn't quite know the order that they'd come in, but they would be the first three home. And this is 2314. Okay, she was bred by me. She is the daughter of 9056. So she was trained out here at the house, and where you live? 2314, yeah. And then her dad is number 195, and I'll show you him in just a second. He's an import with some speed. So we're gonna put those two together, kind of preserve some of that distance stuff for the brawn, the brains and the brawn. Section 3 is 301. Hey, buddy. Alrighty. Hey, honey. So the cock is this dark one on the right, and then the hen is over there on the left. Now 301 is from CBS. It was flown by Rick Martis. His speed was 1422 and 94%. And he is bred to 2004. And so she was bred by me, and she was bred for stock. She's the half sister to Nico. So some of that Dan Labo and Barcelona, they share the same father. A Barcelona import cock that I had crossed onto two different Dan Labo birds at the distance. So he's got some speed. She's solid. She trained out real well, out to 300 miles. She was always the first bird type of deal. I had her genetically tested for the Cry1 gene, and she is AG/TT. So she's got a little bit of brains about her. So we're going to give those two a shot. Number 4 is 552 and 2151. I know it. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Both of these birds I just brought in this year. He's a stud of a cock, ain't he? Look at him. And she just is ready to get down, get down. All right, 552. Speed 1329 overall and 93.5%. He was flown at the Trapper's Loop. And 21551. Her speed was 1267, 88.7, and she was flown in the Apple Cup in 2022. All right, baby. Pair 5. Right here. Oh, stop being skittish. So the cock is the one on the left. The hen is the one on the right. 2242 was bred by me and flown by a friend of mine in the club. It was his best bird. After 300, it was his first bird home, but second bird overall, only beaten by me. His father is 195, and I'll show you him in a second as well. And then the hen is 21570. Her speed was 1192, 83.4%, and she was also flown in the Apple Cup in 2022. So she's a new one. We just brought her in this year. Pair 6 is 399 and 2304. Okay, guys. Okay. I know it, big guy. Tell me about it. So $3.99. That's the cock right here. $3.99. Speed 1450. Average 89.9. And this bird was flown in the Cuvas Classic one-off race. And then 2304. She was bred by me. And let's see, where's her? Her speed was 1109, 77.7 in this year's Apple Cup. She was the first bird. She clocked 80th for me. And she won us a few dollars in that race. Let's see, her dad is down out of a Labo bird, and her mom was also 2016 Apple Cup finisher for somebody else. So there we go on that. We're going to give them a shot. We're going to add a little bit of speed to her, I believe. Pair 7. Okay, this is 195. That's him right back there. He's an import bird that I purchased a couple years ago. He's always a nervous fella. Come on, buddy. There you go. I purchased him a couple years ago from the Snowfest auction. He's bred by SG Steffel out of Germany. His father is Gerd. Gerd was loosely related to his Gomez. So if you guys know anything about that, definitely some speed, a lot of speed. So he's the dad to two of the birds that I've already previously shown you. He was also tested for the Cry1 gene, and he is a TT, AGTT. So I'm gonna give him a shot. His hen is number 190. Her speed was 1444. She scored 88.5. She was bred by somebody else. I just purchased her, and she flew in the AU convention race for that particular year. So she's got some speed. She's got some speed. He's got some brains. So let's go here. Pair 8 is 2302. And then 12491. Hey, buddy. So he's a little pencil check. Pencil, blue bar, white flight. He was flown by me, bred by me, and flown in this past year's Apple Cup. His speed is 1254, 89.9. He was my second bird to clock at 86th place in the final, and he also won some money. Thought it was a hen, so he threw me off when I put them together yesterday. And then he's bred to, or going to be bred to 12491. 12491. Her speed is 1424. She scores a 93.1, and she was flown in the Kuvaka's Classic. She was just brought in this year as well. Brought onto my line. And then we're going to go here, pair 12. This is just a experimental pairing here. I know it, you freaks. The blue bar cock was bred for stock, but his dad flew in a one-loft race and did very well. And then that hen right there is from a friend of mine. She was part of that late hatch group, and she was the best bird in training. She was always the first bird no matter what I threw at her. So I wanted to have an extra pair just in case these breedings don't work out, whatever like that. Remember Patch that I showed you? The blue check splash? His dad is 801. So 801. So anyway, that's what we're doing. This first round will be sent out to one-loft races. I'm going to go back to the Apple Cup. This will be my third year if I'm able to send some competing in that race. The first year, I sent 6, and I had 5 make it home, but they were all next day. So I took those birds that made it back from that race, and I bred them into my line, crossing them and stuff like this, and sent those youngsters out. I sent 3. I lost 1 right off the rip, and then the other 2, which I showed you, were my best birds, and those birds made it home on the day at the 300 or 350, and both of them won money. So I'm on the right track. Looking at a few other races for this year to send birds out to, but my intentions are for this entire first round, send all of them out. Then I will give them a break for about a month, recuperate, rebuild, and then they will get their second mate. And then those birds I will keep for myself, and at a minimum, I'll just test the crap out of them on my program if we're not going to fly with the club. So that's my pairs for this year. Hopefully they'll all be fertile, and we'll have some good solid youngsters, and we'll send those out. So when I get home, I will continue to give updates, make videos, and show you how the babies are turning out, and things like that. And while I'm on the road, because I'll be leaving tomorrow, I will make some more videos on just some of my breeding philosophies, what I look for, some of these birds, when you look at them on the auction site, they're just like flown in this race, flown in that race, or best result was this. And then you look at the pedigree. Oh, the pedigree was this, mom was this, dad was this. And that's great. But the pedigrees are only good as the person putting them in, right? So I always look for, if the seller is saying that this bird is flown, it better have flown. Because I'm going to look in the AU database and see the results. I don't care what the results are, per se, but like it came in 33rd or 42nd or 3rd on this race and 25th on this race, and then it didn't even clock on this race. A lot of guys say, hey, that bird's crap, let's get rid of it. I'd take a little bit different approach. I look at the bird's speed, overall speed. I'm looking for a bird that's consistent. Yes, I want to win every race if possible. One-off race, club race. But you know, every bird's going to have its day. Some days it's going to get lost. Youngsters are notorious for that. Some lines need a longer time to mature. So, and I'll go over it a little bit more in detail. You know, it's batty. I like data. I track everything. When you run your own trucking company and stuff as an independent contractor and you have multiple trucks, you got to know your numbers, right? So that's what I do with the birds. I'm a little bit of a nerd with that. But there's a couple books that I've read that have really helped me, especially in that field. And it's just a work in progress, right? What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish? When you're breeding animals, it takes time. A long time sometimes. So a lot of flyers, new flyers, they want all the glory now. They don't want to put in the work. Well, I've been developing this line since 2014. And I just brought in a bunch of birds this year because we had a tragic mistake happened with my birds and a friend of mine, and getting rid of some birds that shouldn't have. But hey, nonetheless, I had enough of my original bloodline left, so I had to bring in more birds. So a lot of these birds that I just showed you are their first year here, or I brought them in at the tail end of last year, and we're going to give them a shot. I think they're going to help. They're going to get me to where I need to be. I'm trying to create more speed for the one-offs, and we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully we'll be in some money. That's always a plus. But if we're just consistent and it's better than what I currently have, then they get to stay. You know, the ones that don't, well, there's always new flyers and time to get them in a new loft and teach somebody how to fly pigeons. And those are the ones that I give away, or, you know, I might sell them for a couple bucks just to help a feed or gas money or something. But a lot of times we just give them away. You know, I don't believe in paying a crap ton of money, because I don't have a crap ton of money. But hey, to each his own. If you're financially stable and you got some money, retired, have at it, buddy. You know, spend as much as you want. You know, you're buying the blood line and you're buying the genetics. So hopefully it works out. And if it don't work out, that's okay. Give it another shot. It only takes one to win. So I know I'm rambling a little bit, but anyway, just wanted to show you my pairs. I'm excited for those pairs. Hopefully we'll have some good, strong, solid youngsters, and we'll get those sent out. And when we do, I'll give you an update. We'll look at we'll log in and see how they're doing with training, how many we lose, what makes it to the final race, what makes it home on the day, things of that nature. So let's just have fun. I plan to do this for the whole year, and it's going to be new for me, new for you. And if I can answer any questions, just leave me a comment. Please subscribe, and I'll do my best, okay? You guys take care. Keep them flying.